All right, people, I got a plan here that I really like here. It's CAT. Interesting thing, being the very choppy market, I like the way we finished. There's a lot of great things I'm looking in on this chart that I like. This stock is not the one that goes up very smoothly. It's not like, again, I'm going to explain this. This is not like a Tesla, but it's a more slower moving stock. But these targets, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the plan out, then I get into everything. So CAT is set up to test 125 to 127. Okay. The October 20, 120, or 125 calls could be used. I will explain inside the video why I really like this for some great gains, low risk. So yeah, people, I really like this because this setup, the stock is at a pivotal point where, some people will think, oh, it's too high and all that stuff. But you know what? The way they pattern the stock, it's never done that. It's never done that before. It's very unique. And I looked at the history of the stock, and I know how you can see how choppy it is. But can it make the question I asked, based on statistical measures of this? The question I asked was, could we test these numbers? And the answer is yes. And can you make a lot of gains with very low risk? Yes, because if on confirmation, the stock should not want to go below the 120, or I should say 119.50 area, right? So the amount of power they can go up, and they can go, and by the way, you can go higher than these targets, but just reaching one of these targets will be very good. Okay, so before that we get into this, let's get into this part. So CAT needs to break above 120.90 on some good action volume, and good action volume is 900K on a 10-minute chart. If the volume is not there, now I'm going to explain inside the video. That's right, people. So listen, if the volume isn't there, we'll watch for some basing above 120.90 and look for power towards the highs, 121.30 to 121 and a half. I think that as this starts to crack that 120.90, we should get some good volume should come in. This stock does produce volume, right? So it could be, even if it's a little lower than that, it'll be fine. Let's say 800K, but 900K, my opinion, would be a better sign. At least 800K. Trying to break 120.90 and you've got something really low. And again, on a 10-minute chart, is where we would want to wait and see how they act here, because this could need some more time. But I tell you, this stock here, when this stock wants to break out properly, it should be able to move at least $1 in our favor. And it's something you need to hold. Like, this is something that I could see needing to hold for a 3 to 5 day hold on confirmation. But can it make can it make this move? I mean, especially with these options, plenty of time. So let me show you why I like this. Make sure you pay attention to what I explain in the video, and the support levels. Although I doubt it that we'll have to worry about that. Like any measure in an investment, there's nothing is 100%. But what I do with these plans, I make it as try to make it as safe as possible. Now, something like Caterpillar is more reliable. I've never had issues with the stock. When this stock wants to confirm, it's at least made me able to exit for break even. Unlike an NVDA, not so much of a great. I mean, today I had a loss of NVDA. But like stocks like Tesla, Apple, there's way more winning trades in certain symbols. Nvidia, I knew I did explain that there was that. You see, there was an issue between that one. Really theoretically, we may have to wait a little longer. 120, 172.66. But anyways, let's not talk about the Nvidia. But there was an issue. This is very different. A lot more safe, a lot more solid of a trade. I like this a lot. CAT. Let me show you why. All right, so here we are at the Yahoo Finance. The Caterpillar closed at 120.49. Let's take a look here, October the 20, and look at this. What's interesting about this is that the 120s yesterday must have had some good open interest. You have 8,000 contracts for the 120s, and today 9,491 options were purchased for the 125s. Now, these, like I said, these two could be used, either one or the other. Okay, so somebody wants to buy, look, if you're going to buy. If I prefer these ones, but I'm saying you can buy either or. Just buying more options is not, there's more of a risk with more options than buying less of these and making more on in the money calls. Okay, so but you can make money on either way. Depends on your account size and all these things. But I like these two, and for the reason is that today they didn't trade that many, but they traded it over here. And it's not just that the options are really bullish here. There's good action. It's the charts themselves, and its setup is very unique. Caterpillar's setup is very unique, people. All right, people, welcome to Power Target Trades, the place where I post a lot of great detailed plans. People, this week has been choppy. The one thing about Caterpillar, as I was going through my scans, I really like the way the pattern it produced. It's a unique pattern. It's not produced a pattern in that for the longest time. Okay, the way it's done it at its highs, and there's other factors that I'm looking at. For those that are new, I tell you, you should check out my created playlist. You'll see a lot of the detailed plans going from start to end, all making great gains, just like the one we're seeing right now. Of course, confirmation is key, and you know what? Not everything works. Now, what works a lot? I can tell you, Tesla trades, Goldman Sachs, huge winners. NVDA had today was a little tricky, but it is what it is. The market, certain stocks are affected by Apple, and I think that Apple affected even Netflix, but Netflix can still go. Netflix is pretty good, but it's been really choppy. So this week is been a little bit abnormal for some of the picks. J&J made a nice comeback, but anyways, people, back to Caterpillar. I really like it. That can make a lot of great gains. That's why I'm going to be really, that's like a strong focus right now, especially if it can confirmation is key, confirm properly. Low risk, high rewards. This is a choppy market, people. It's hard to trade, but there's one thing Caterpillar has shown. It's shown a lot of power throughout that. And that, being able to confirm on top of that, is extremely bullish, plus those options. I'm going to show you an easy way to subscribe. You can do that doing it manually. Again, you should always come and read this banner. It's a very powerful banner. And follow me on Power Trick or Trade on StockTwits or on Twitter. There's a Twitter feed. And let's see what I say. All right, people. Now that we just finished watching that great detailed video, don't forget to look at my banner. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you check out my created playlist. Make sure you study before taking action on Power Target Trades. Every plan that I make has great detailed instructions. And I put my heart and soul in it because I want my subscribers and followers to make great money in the markets. But you have to study, people. Now let me show you a way to subscribe. Let's see a picture of me around here in a circle format. Simply click on it and it's going to give you an easy way to subscribe. Don't forget, people, at the end of the video to like the video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like